Right, so sorry there had to be two parts of the video, but I'm just going to carry on from where I sort of left off there. So the iNet Ready system is really simple how it actually works. So essentially you've got a little diagram of a little sort of row of diagrams at the top there, and whichever one is flashing is the one that you're hovering over. So all you need to do is essentially the first one here is your heating. So if you turn that on there, you can basically just select a temperature and press go. All right, so straight away, as long as the temperature that you've selected is warmer than it is inside the vehicle, the heater is going to start working. Next door to that, we've got this one here, which is our water heating option. So you've got Eco, Hot, or Boost, and then you can essentially just press go, and again, that's now going to be working. The next one along just here is our energy selector, so telling the boiler what energy to use, whether it be gas or electric. So at the moment it's saying fuel, so that means we're on gas. We've then got mix 1 and mix 2, which is a mixture of gas and electric, and just electric on its own. So electric, when I say electric, I mean electric hookup. So if you're hooked up on the mains, you can either use mix 1 or mix 2, or you can use electric 1 or electric 2. Obviously you can still just use gas if you want to, if you are hooked up. In fact, the majority of people, to be fair, would just be leaving it on gas all the time anyway. So I'm going to turn the heating off now, back to below 5, and that will turn it off, and the hot water as well. And then we've got the whole top row clear. So as long as the top row just here is clear, it's telling us that the heater isn't actually doing anything. The last one over here on the right is our fan speed setting. So if you want to use it just as a vent, you can press that button just there and then select how powerful you want it to work. So that will just blow around cool air basically around to your circular vents. Or if you have got the heating on, then you can select Eco or High for the fan speed. Okay. So turn that back off again, press go, and that's it. So that is how you use the heating and hot water controller, the Truma iNet Ready system. If you want to turn this screen off, you can either allow it to just turn itself off, it'll just go dim basically, or you can press and hold on here until it says off. So next appliance I'm going to run you through is going to be this here, which is your Thetford cooker and oven system. So you've got the option here of using a 240 volt ring. So if you've got the mains cable plugged in, you can select 1 through to 6 on your electric ring there if you want to use that one. Otherwise, you've got the 2 burners at the top, so you've got an ignition for both of those, and they'll basically just light up as easy as that, just like a household cooker. Down underneath, we've got the oven and grill. So that is also working off this same ignition. So you push in and round to the right on this dial to get the grill to light up, or in and round to the left to get the oven. When you're using either of those things, you are supposed to pull this little cover out a little bit here just to stop any of these dials getting burned. And that's it. Easy as that. So down here, access to some bits and pieces in there, lots of wiring, etc. And cutlery drawer in here. So next important thing I need to sort of run you through is the way that you use the bed. So up in the corner over there, I can't actually get to it at the moment because of the way the table is, but up in that corner over there is basically a little key slot. So you put the little key in there and twist it. Once you've done that, you'll then be able to use the electric drop down bed from this little switch here. So you'll notice that absolutely nothing is happening at all whilst I'm doing that. And the reason that they do that is so that you can stop, you know, whoever going to it and using that electric drop down bed, sort of, you know, kids and things really, I suppose. But there you go. So that's how you use that. Key has to go into that little slot over there, and then you've got the switch just there to allow it to come down. So the sort of motor for it all works really, really nicely. We've had it all up and down, obviously, as part of the habitation check as well, just to make sure that it's all good, and it is. So with this particular layout, you also get this really nice front lounge area. So as I said, both of these front seats swivel round. You've then got the two forward-facing over-the-shoulder belts. You can take this little centre cushion here out so that you've got legroom as the passenger on the near side. So that's all there, again, all working. So up here, we've got your TV area, all right? Or at least that's where Chausson are telling you that you should probably have a TV. So you've got a 240 volt switch at the top there, 12 volt next door to it, and your aerial socket next door to that as well. You've then got this TV bracket, so you can basically pull this out literally just by pulling it out like that. You've got this little travel catch, so you pull this out this way a little bit, and that'll allow it all to move nice and freely. In the cupboard next door to that, you've got your tilt and turn TV aerial, and just at the back, if I just zoom in on that a little bit, that is a solar controller. So all the time that you're out in the sunshine, you can have solar power coming down into that little unit there and charging up your leisure battery. So that's all in there working as it should. So down below this, we've got your massive Dometic fridge. So this is a automatic energy selecting fridge, or it can be if you want it to be. It's a removable shelf, I think. Which way does it come out from? There you go. It's me being stupid. So you can remove these. See, it says the removable compartment. If you don't need to use it as a freezer, you can have that out. Okay, so the way that these fridges work, very, very simple. You've got a main power switch just here. When the main power switch comes on, it will try and automatically choose the previous energy that it was using. So you can see there, it's now giving us a fault code. That's because it's tried to choose electric hookup, but I don't have the electric hookup plugged in. So at the moment, the only way I can use the fridge is gas, because I've got the gas turned on. So I'll select gas, and it will light up for us, which it has just done. All right, so as I say, at the moment, the only way I can use the fridge is gas. So that's the only way this fridge is going to get cold. Okay, the other two options are, as I said, mains, so your electric hookup, or 12 volt, which is for when your engine is running. The A is your automatic function, and that's the one that will automatically choose one of those three functions for you. So the idea behind these fridges is that you have to get the fridge cold before you drive off, either via the mains or the gas. The 12 volt here is only really for when your engine's running and you're driving, and all it really does is keep the fridge cold as you drive. It doesn't so much get the fridge cold by itself. It's not really powerful enough for that, especially on these bigger fridges. So if, say for example, you go away on holiday tomorrow morning, I would recommend that if you have got a hookup plugged into it overnight before you leave, switch over to the mains here. If you don't have access to a hookup outside or wherever you keep the vehicle, turn it on the gas overnight, and then by the morning, all you have to do is switch over to 12 volt before you drive off. And that's it. That's how you use the fridge. I'm going to leave that on for a little bit just so we can make sure that gets cold. Okay, so under these little steps here, you've got loads of storage and another little piece that you can pull out there as well. This one does the same. Loads of storage in there. Really clever use of space. More storage, and really this is like a wardrobe, really, to be fair. You could hang clothes in there and things. Same on the other side, I think. Yeah, again, absolutely stacks of storage there. Now, as you can see, you've got the twin singles, or twin fixed singles layout. You can pull, I'm pretty certain you can pull something out. Oh no, sorry. This is your little infill piece just here. So you don't have to have this piece in here if you don't want to. You can leave them completely as singles and take this out. It's just on some Velcro. And then that basically allows you to walk right the way up to here and step right in and out of there really easily. So it's completely up to you. If you want to have this little piece in here, you can do. I would imagine most people probably do leave it there, because once you're up to here, it's not very far to get up to there. So it's completely up to you. The ladder is a ladder for the electric drop down bed. You've got the little bits for it just here. And I'll put this back on in just a minute once I finish the video. You've also got the aircon unit on the roof of this one. So you've got a switch just inside this cupboard. If I just point this out to you, you've got a switch inside this cupboard. Now this is a mains powered appliance. All right, so it won't work with no electric hookup plugged in. But the switch, the isolator switch for that, is just inside this cupboard here. It would have been used and tried on the habitation check, so you can be sure that it works nicely. So the bathroom is the last thing to run through, I think. Now you've got a bit of a sort of unusual layout for the shower. I really like it because it means you've got a massive shower compartment here. But basically you've got these two doors that come out to here and meet together. When you're driving, you've got this strap just here which basically keeps them from moving. And then once you're in the shower, you've also got this other one here which folds out and covers up this area here. So you probably see my ugly mug in a second, but there you go. So you can slide this mirror over, and then you've got access to this really good sized compartment up here. But yeah, the shower, the way that the actual shower works is really, really cool. You've got this really nice modern looking shower unit in here as well. The sink is literally just a hot and cold mixer tap, left and right. There's nothing tricky about that at all. The toilet, again, same goes for that really, but I will just show you how it works. So essentially with these Thetford toilets, you've got a blue button just here. So press on that and that'll pump around that flush fluid that I was saying about, which is just fresh water from the tank. When you want to drain it out into the cassette, push that away from you, the little grey handle, and that drains it all into the cassette, and then pull it back. And that's it. That's how you use the toilets. So yeah, bathroom is very, very simple, but very effective in the way it works. You still get a really decent sized shower unit there. Now obviously the toilet will get wet when you're using the shower. That's absolutely fine. It's not going to create any problems because it's all completely waterproof in there, watertight. So don't worry about getting that wet. Some people do worry about that, but you don't have to worry about that at all. When they make vehicles that the toilet isn't supposed to get wet, then they're not quite so waterproof, but they make sure that these are all completely watertight before obviously sending them out. So don't worry about that. Just trying to think if there's anything else I need to show, which I don't think there is. So yeah, I think I've shown everything. Sorry the video is in two parts, as I said earlier. But there you go. All right, so if you think I've missed anything out, please let us know. But otherwise, we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks very much.